now we have Ekta. Ekta is a motivational speaker, blogger, entrepreneur, and the author of the visionary book, The Voice of Kali, written with an aim to invoke the female warrior energy. Her debut book is a beautiful combination of original paintings, short empowering messages for women, and spiritual poetry. Ekta was shortlisted for Female Entrepreneur of the Year 2020, award by Thames Valley Business Awards. She's also the founding member and curator of the AIM Literary Festival for Children in the UK. Ekta, over to you.
Now, we all are talking about empowerment, and I'll keep this really short, don't worry. And I just want to start by really talking about this word empowerment. Now, if you just look at empowerment, what it literally means is to give someone power. To give someone power and to claim one's right. Now, I have always been someone who has worked on empowering people. I've been a positive living show broadcaster, and since my childhood, this has been who I am spiritually. But I understood about 5 years back how miserably bad I had understood the word empowerment. And that's what I'm about to share with you today. I think over years, because we have started using this word so much, we've started believing that we can empower someone. And I think that is our biggest mistake, because empowerment, I believe, is a dormant seed that is embedded within each one of us. And all we need is a trigger to initiate its spark. I mean, if you look at a mother whose child is being attacked, she will turn into a mother bear immediately, and she will not need any lessons on empowerment because she's already empowered. She just needs a trigger. And it's similar to each one of us. We all need a trigger to be empowered. And that trigger could be in form of words. It could be a book, could be a movie, could be an experience, could be anything, but that's the trigger. And when that trigger happens, the first thing is that you connect to the essence of empowerment, and that is the what if. What if I could have done things differently? What if I could have done that differently? And I call this moment where you initiate that journey of empowerment, I call that the Kali moment, and which is what my blog is all about. Now, I found my trigger and my initiation through a dream and a vision. I have this really uncanny ability to sometimes see events prior to their happening in my dreams, and sometimes connect to other souls and see visions in my dreams, which is something I've always had. And I thought that with that ability, and I was already on my spiritual path, but that was my biggest mistake. So this happened about 20 years back, and I saw this vision of an angel and very angelic figure right in front of me. And I was working, and I was young, and I did not really understand what was happening. But the word that came in my mind, it's almost like, you're not talking, but you're conversing between minds. And the word that came in my mind was Kali. And I was in complete denial that this can't be happening. I was in complete denial of the whole experience in itself, because I was ignorant. Now, if you have seen the image of Kali, who is the goddess of empowerment, you will see that she's very terrifying looking. And I could not understand, why does a goddess need to be so terrifying looking? So I thought, well, that couldn't be happening. It could be an angel, but that was not the essence of Kali. And I moved on years. Now, what happened about 10 years after that, I was a broadcaster of a positive living show. I was doing stuff. I was married, happily married, had a wonderful childhood. So no such problem, but still there was an uneasiness coming in within me. Something was not right. And I kept thinking of what's not working, because every venture that I was starting was not working. There was some kind of misunderstanding happening. I had a fallout with my spiritual mentor. And there was this uneasiness and turbulence happening. And then one night, I remember I surrendered completely. And the word that came to me again was Kali, even though I was in complete denial of her energy. And that is when I understood the true meaning of empowerment. Because what that did was, it just made me understand and accept this energy that I was looking at Kali as a form, but in reality, she is the energy. She is the highest psychic state within women. That is what it is. It's a positive, it's the empowered mindset that was initiated within me. Now, then what initiated was a series of very transformative events in my life. Now, you know what? We humans have this ability to somehow merge the smaller moments in our life. Every moment is an experience, yeah? But for example, if we have been to a picnic 2 days back, we will just say, well, 2 days back, I went to a picnic. We will not remember what happened when we woke up and stuff that happened between that. And over years, this even merges even more. So you will say, well, I got married in 2003, or I had my child in 2005. So you kind of merge it more. And the smaller experiences, they just merge in within the bigger experiences, right? Now, it's a bliss, because that what happens is it helps us kind of not think of the unpleasant experiences, and we just think of life of that year being one experience on its own. But when I initiated this energy of empowered, my inner warrior woman, or when any woman will do that, when you walk on this path of empowerment and transformation, the first thing that happens is you're forced to look at the smaller moments. Everything that you've shoved under the carpet, it comes out, which means you'll be facing your deepest fears. You'll be forced to face the relationship which you just ignored and you thought, well, I don't have to deal with that anymore. You will have to deal with that again, which means that you have to go back and look at the darkest corners of your soul, and you will think, I'm not that person. I can't get angry. No, I can't think that negatively, but you are that person. Because what happens is when you invoke your inner warrior, she will not work in the places that are just convenient for you. She comes with that full force, and there is a complete cleansing of your life that happens. And that's exactly what happened with me. I went through this complete transformation. There was anger. There was so much of, I don't know where those emotions were. Even I didn't even remember these events that were there. And I was thinking, yes, how could I have been that stupid at that time? That's why initiating your inner warrior is important. And that's why connecting to your inner warrior is important, because what happens is when you walk on this path of empowerment, power will bring with it rage and anger, and you'll feel guilty, you'll feel humiliated. You'll think of events and you will feel that this is just not you, and that can lead to depression. So invoking your inner warrior, or who I call my Kali, or whoever is your guardian angel, will help you or tap into your female dimension. And that's why it's important to tap into your female inner warrior dimension, because she will bring with you wisdom, healing, love, and compassion. And that is true empowerment. When you can balance that power, that rage that is rising within you with wisdom and love, that is when you're truly empowered. And this is exactly what happened to me 5 years back when I tapped into my inner warrior, my Kali, and I accepted her as my guide or my spiritual mentor or whoever she is for me, but I accepted her. You can call her whatever you want in your life, but for me, she is Kali. But when I accepted that the warrior within me is alive, is kicking, and all I need to do is tap into her, that energy, I can create complete transformation. Complete transformation actually happened in my life. Now, also what happened was that I started connecting to, I started dreaming more, vividly. I saw that there were more clear messages coming to me. So I would just meet some spiritual masters who lived a century back, and I went through many past lives which I saw. So it was not just the transformation in this birth, not just on my physical, my circle that is around me. It was a transformation that happened on a spiritual level, because I could see the connections that were the reasons why certain events were happening, because they had a connection from many lifetimes. And that's what your inner warrior does. When you tap into your inner warrior, she will completely cleanse you and transform you and make you face your highest empowered self. Now, this book, what how this book happened was when I initiated my journey with Kali. This is bizarre, but what used to start happening was there was a tap that would start coming on my forehead. And I initially thought, well, something's not right with me. Why? What's happening? I thought it was I've never had migraines or something. But what came with those taps were words that were just flowing, uninterrupted words that just were flowing. And so if I was driving, I would have to park my car and start writing these words. Now, the words came with power. The words came with a lot of force, and I would have to just write them. And if I couldn't find a place to write them, I would end up in a headache. So I started accepting that, okay, I'm connecting to something where I'm getting these messages and I need to write them. So my book, The Voice of Kali, which is this, it's thank you. It's actually got all the messages that I connected, and I wrote, and I connected with my warrior energy, my Kali, and I wrote them as they came. And I believe that these words are triggers. They have certain vibrancy, they have that vibration that can probably trigger your inner warrior. And what came with the words, not just words, there was a surge of creative ability in my work, as you've said, author in me, my everything. I've designed so many books. So I worked with so much passion, and there was so much more power to do things. My creative expression was so much more, expanded. And then this book has paintings. I'm not a painter, I'm not an artist, but the passion with that I painted, and this book has all my paintings in it. And I will particularly show you my painting of Kali, which I'm really proud of. And I've done this in about 5 seconds. And so where is she? Yeah, that's my Kali. So with the force with which these messages and paintings came, I thought that was completely beautiful for me. And everything that I thought was planned in my life, which I could see in my visions earlier, it started to come in place. And all I had to do was surrender to my inner warrior and let her work her energy through me and just accept her. So what I really want you all women to understand is that you have that power within you. You have that ability to make that transformation within you. All you have to do is understand that power also has to be complemented with wisdom and knowledge. So tap into your inner Kali and see how it and where it takes you. Now, on my blog, The Kali Movement, I have this a chapter which is free to download. Download that, see if you connect to it, see if you find that could be your trigger. And if you find that it's your trigger, go for it. Or find your own triggers and find out what will initiate you into that journey, and go find your Kali. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Ekta. Wonderful. Don't forget your free download. Have you put it in the chat?
I haven't. I will do that now. Thank you.